Have you ever felt like the universe is conspiring against you? As if every move you make invites someone to undermine your efforts? Each step forward seems met with resistance, and no matter how hard you strive to remain composed, the weight of it all threatens to crush your spirit. But what if I told you there's a way to rise above it? Imagine responding to disrespect, not with anger or despair, but with an unshakable calm that leaves you feeling stronger, more empowered, and in complete control. Sounds far-fetched? It's not. It's the timeless wisdom of Stoicism brought to life. Today, we're diving deep into an ancient philosophy capable of revolutionizing how you handle disrespect. Contrary to misconceptions, Stoicism isn't about silent suffering or passive endurance. It's about mastering your reactions to life's inevitable challenges, especially those moments when others push your limits. True strength doesn't lie in trying to bend the world to your will, but in commanding your thoughts, decisions, and responses. In this journey, we'll uncover 10 transformative Stoic lessons designed to redefine how you confront disrespect. These aren't abstract theories or philosophical musings. They are actionable strategies tested by centuries of practice, empowering countless individuals to turn knee-jerk reactions into thoughtful responses and adversity into opportunity. If you've ever felt powerless in the face of rudeness or disrespect, stay with me. By the end of this exploration, you won't just understand Stoicism on a deeper level. You'll possess practical tools to safeguard your inner peace and dignity, regardless of external chaos. Embrace these teachings and watch as the world's disrespect loses its sting, becoming nothing more than faint ripples against the impenetrable fortress of your serenity. Let's begin. The dichotomy of control. Ever found yourself consumed by frustration over something entirely beyond your reach? Here's where the Stoics shine with their principle of the dichotomy of control. At its core, this lesson reminds us that some things are within our power, while many others are not. And recognizing this distinction is liberating. When someone disrespects you, your instinct might be to feel wounded, enraged, or vengeful. But Stoicism urges you to pause and ask, is this within my control? The truth is, other people's actions and opinions are outside your sphere of influence, no matter how infuriating they may seem. Obsessing over them is like trying to hold back the tide with your bare hands, exhausting and utterly ineffective. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what truly matters, our own responses. How you choose to interpret and react to disrespect is entirely up to you. This isn't about bottling up emotions, it's about reclaiming your peace. When someone insults you, rather than lashing out in anger or crumbling under humiliation, take a breath and remind yourself, their words only have power if I grant it to them. By refusing to let their negativity disturb your tranquility, you transform from a victim of circumstance into the architect of your emotional resilience. This is Stoic fortitude, the first step toward handling disrespect with grace and strength. The power of wisdom. Wisdom stands as the bedrock of Stoic philosophy, offering a guiding light in navigating disrespect. Unlike mere knowledge, Stoic wisdom emphasizes practical application, using insight to discern what truly matters and what can be released. It teaches us to separate meaningful concerns from trivial distractions, helping us focus on what we can change while accepting what lies beyond our grasp. When faced with disrespect, raw emotion often clouds judgment. Anger, frustration, and hurt can hijack rational thought, leading to impulsive reactions we later regret. Stoicism, however, calls for introspection. Why does this disrespect affect me so deeply? Does it genuinely matter? Or am I magnifying its importance through my perception? Through wisdom, we learn to respond, not react. We see disrespect for what it often is, a reflection of the other person's struggles, not a verdict on our worth. While this perspective doesn't excuse harmful behavior, it allows us to approach situations with empathy, patience, and quiet dignity. Armed with Stoic wisdom, we navigate conflicts with clarity, choosing responses aligned with our values and fostering harmony instead of escalation. In doing so, every encounter becomes an opportunity for growth, learning, and self-mastery. Responding with compassion is one of Stoicism's most profound lessons, transcending mere self-control to transform how we engage with the world. It invites us to act from our highest human potential, embodying understanding, empathy, and grace in every interaction. Compassion does not equate to weakness or passivity. It is not about tolerating mistreatment, but recognizing that disrespect often stems from pain, insecurity, or ignorance. By responding with compassion, we acknowledge the humanity behind the hurtful actions without diminishing our own dignity. Stoicism reminds us that people operate based on their level of awareness and understanding. Disrespectful behavior usually reveals more about the other person's inner turmoil than it does about our worth. To respond with compassion means looking beyond the surface-level offense and seeing the struggling individual beneath. This approach allows us to rise above reactive anger and instead foster connection through kindness. How do we cultivate this mindset? Begin with empathy. Try to imagine what might have driven someone to behave disrespectfully. Are they burdened by personal struggles? Overwhelmed by external pressures? Understanding their motivations doesn't excuse their actions, but it helps dissolve our resentment and opens the door to constructive responses. At the same time, compassion must coexist with boundaries. You can assert yourself calmly, offering a measured response that reflects both your values and your commitment to peace. Forgiveness plays a central role here, not because the other person inherently deserves it, but because holding on to anger harms you far more than them. Releasing bitterness frees you to move forward with clarity and strength. In practicing forgiveness, you reclaim your power and create space for healing, for yourself and potentially for others. By embracing Stoic principles, responding to disrespect with compassion becomes an empowering choice rather than a knee-jerk reaction. Each instance of mistreatment offers an opportunity to practice patience, resilience, and virtue. Instead of reacting impulsively, you respond thoughtfully, cultivating inner strength and grace. This shift transforms not only your relationships with others, but also your relationship with yourself, fostering a deep sense of empowerment rooted in wisdom. Every act of disrespect presents a chance to elevate, not just yourself, but those around you. Choosing compassion over retaliation creates a ripple effect, spreading positivity and calm. When faced with adversity, remember, you hold the power to transform conflict into growth. With each mindful response, you contribute to a culture of understanding and mutual respect. Stoic mindfulness takes this practice even deeper, teaching us to connect with our rational minds amidst chaos. Picture yourself standing atop a mountain as a storm rages below. The storm represents the disrespect, while your steadfast presence symbolizes Stoic mindfulness. Rather than allowing emotions like anger or frustration to consume you, step back and observe them objectively. Use these moments to reflect. Why am I feeling this way? What aspects of this situation can I control? How can I respond wisely? This deliberate pause gives you clarity, helping you identify triggers and respond intentionally rather than reactively. Over time, situations that once provoked strong reactions lose their grip on you. Stoic mindfulness reshapes how you navigate challenges, enabling you to face adversity with composure and purpose. Beyond managing difficult interactions, Stoic mindfulness shapes your entire outlook on life. It sharpens focus, nurtures inner peace, and builds resilience against stress. In a fast-paced world that glorifies instant reactions, Stoicism champions the courage to pause, reflect, and act with intention. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, and your unwavering calm inspires others to seek similar balance. At its core, Stoicism teaches that hardship is never wasted. It is always an invitation to grow. Disrespect, when reframed as a test of character, strengthens virtues like patience, resilience, and humility. Instead of viewing it as a personal attack, see it as a chance to refine your moral compass and deepen your understanding of human nature. What once felt like negativity transforms into fuel for personal development, highlighting areas where you can evolve and thrive. Gratitude further enriches this journey. Even in the face of adversity, gratitude shifts your perspective, allowing you to find value in challenges. Disrespect, though painful, can become a teacher, honing your character and expanding your capacity for empathy. As you grow, so too does your ability to inspire others, creating a cascade of positive change. By embracing Stoic mindfulness and compassion, you not only transform yourself, but also uplift those around you. fostering a legacy of wisdom and grace. Cultivating inner peace is the cornerstone of living a Stoic life, a life marked by resilience, clarity, and purpose. Picture your inner peace as an unshakable fortress, a sanctuary within you that remains serene no matter how fierce the storms outside may rage. Life, after all, is not a promise of calm seas, but rather a journey through unpredictable waters. Stoicism equips you with the tools to navigate this turbulence with grace and composure. Your inner peace is yours alone to guard. It is both your refuge and your strength. When someone disrespects you or challenges your equilibrium, think of it as a test, a knock at the gates of your fortress. You hold the key to whether that disturbance breaches your walls. The power lies in your hands. Will you let it disrupt your serenity, or will you stand firm and protect what is yours? This is where the practice of discernment comes into play. Focus on what you can control, your thoughts, your reactions, your choices, and release the rest. Reflecting on this distinction fortifies your inner peace and sharpens your ability to respond wisely to life's inevitable challenges. Acceptance is another pillar of Stoic living, though it should never be mistaken for passivity or resignation. Acceptance means seeing reality for what it is, without resistance or denial. When you acknowledge that disrespect, setbacks, and hardships are part of life, you conserve your energy for what truly matters. Instead of fighting against the tide, you learn to flow with it, staying grounded and centered even in the face of adversity. Gratitude acts as a powerful antidote to frustration and chaos. By shifting your focus to what you're thankful for, even amidst difficulties, you transform your mindset from one of scarcity to abundance, from irritation to appreciation. Gratitude anchors you in the present moment, shielding you from the whirlwind of external circumstances. It reminds you that peace begins within and radiates outward, regardless of the world's noise. As you deepen your commitment to these Stoic principles, your inner peace becomes an impenetrable shield, protecting you from life's unpredictability. Challenges no longer destabilize you. Instead, they become opportunities to demonstrate wisdom, patience, and grace. You emerge as a beacon of tranquility, inspiring others with your unwavering calm in the midst of chaos. Setting boundaries is equally vital to living a life aligned with Stoic values. Boundaries are not about controlling others, but about honoring yourself, recognizing your worth, and safeguarding your well-being. Practicing Stoicism means establishing boundaries rooted in self-respect, communicated with calmness and clarity. For instance, if someone repeatedly disregards your time, a Stoic response would be to assert your limits firmly, yet kindly, not out of anger, but because you value your own energy and priorities. Maintaining composure during these moments is essential. Stoicism teaches us to remain steady, even when others react unpredictably. Part of setting boundaries wisely is accepting that not everyone will respect them, and that's beyond your control. What matters is that you stay true to your values, protecting your inner peace while letting go of the need to manage others' behavior. This perspective empowers you to remain grounded, even when outcomes don't align with your expectations. Incorporating Stoic wisdom into boundary setting also calls for ongoing self-reflection. Are your boundaries serving your peace? Are they flexible enough to adapt to new experiences while staying rooted in your core values? Regularly assessing their effectiveness ensures they support not only your immediate needs, but also your long-term growth and fulfillment. These Stoic practices are more than philosophical ideals. They are practical tools you can begin applying today. By embracing kindness, mindfulness, growth, peace, and intentional boundaries, you take ownership of your responses to the world. You live with intention, meeting each challenge with strength, wisdom, and an unshakable sense of purpose. Number 8. Embracing Stoic forgiveness. Forgiveness is often misinterpreted, particularly when viewed through the narrow lens of toughness or emotional strength. In Stoicism, forgiveness isn't about excusing harmful behavior or pretending your feelings don't matter. It's about freeing yourself from the chains of resentment that weigh down your soul. At its core, Stoic forgiveness is an act of profound self-liberation, rooted in a deep understanding of human imperfection. People act based on their flawed perceptions, limited knowledge, and personal struggles. By recognizing this, You can separate their actions from your emotional response, reclaiming control over your inner world. Practicing Stoic forgiveness begins with owning your emotions, acknowledging that anger or hurt is your reaction, not something imposed upon you. You hold the power to release it. This journey may require patience. Reminders that holding on to bitterness only poisons you further might be necessary. It's also about embracing life's inherent imperfections and the inevitability of human error. Forgiveness becomes a way to align yourself with reality, a reality marked by mistakes, misunderstandings, and growth. Importantly, forgiving someone doesn't mean forgetting lessons learned or reopening doors to harm. Boundaries can remain firmly intact even as you let go of grudges. Ultimately, forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, a bold declaration of independence from the toxic grip of negativity. It clears the path for relentless forward motion, allowing you to move forward with clarity, peace, and purpose. Number 9. Finding contentment in the face of disrespect. Stoic contentment isn't passive resignation. It's the art of cultivating unshakable inner peace, regardless of external storms. It's about standing firm in your values and refusing to let disrespect disrupt your equilibrium. When confronted with disdain or disregard, Stoicism teaches us to acknowledge it without letting it infiltrate our minds. True resilience lies in choosing to remain steady, knowing that your serenity stems from within, not from others' approval or actions. This approach doesn't involve ignoring or minimizing disrespect. Rather, it means deciding that such negativity will not dictate your state of mind. Stoicism reminds us that happiness and tranquility are not contingent on external validation. They arise from living in harmony with our principles and mastering our responses to the world around us. Practicing gratitude shifts our focus from the sting of disrespect to the abundance of blessings we already possess, transforming bitterness into perspective. Regular self-reflection acts as a compass, keeping us aligned with our true selves and reinforcing our intrinsic worth. Disrespect may rattle confidence temporarily, but when we deeply understand and honor our authentic nature, external opinions lose their ability to wound us. Shatter the mold of seeking approval and boldly embrace the freedom that comes from valuing your own truth above all else. Lesson 10. Transforming how you view disrespect. The final lesson encourages you to embrace a Stoic mindset when it comes to disrespect. In the philosophy of Stoicism, disrespect is understood as an external force, something indifferent in itself that may trigger an emotional reaction, but cannot truly disrupt your inner peace unless you give it permission. It's not that disrespect should be ignored. Rather, it lacks the inherent power to shake your foundation unless you let it. To adopt this outlook, we must challenge our instinctive emotional reactions. Instead of responding with anger or resentment, take a moment to pause and refocus on what truly defines you: your character, your choices, and how you respond to adversity. By redirecting your attention from external provocations to internal resilience, you preserve your calm and prevent fleeting emotions from taking control. Stoicism reminds us that it's not the events themselves that unsettle us, it's how we interpret them. By altering the way you perceive disrespect, you diminish its ability to affect your emotional state. This isn't about suppressing feelings or pretending they don't exist, but about recognizing that your sense of self and inner tranquility are not dictated by others' opinions. Through consistent reflection and mental discipline, you can cultivate the strength to detach from negativity and respond to disrespect with Stoic composure. As you reflect on these teachings, keep in mind that Stoicism isn't about achieving perfection, it's about progress. By integrating these practices into your daily life, you'll not only gain greater clarity and serenity, but also forge deeper, more authentic connections with those around you. Embrace this journey of growth and watch as your newfound perspective transforms challenges into opportunities for self-mastery.